Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directive. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Before I turned on the camera, I was trying to get into your energy and I saw blue. And so to me, blue is very spiritual. And then I saw water, and it was like a seashore, or it felt like the ocean. It did. But maybe but more like the west coast of Florida, where the waves are calmer than on the east coast, where the Atlantic Ocean is really big and strong. So I saw the sand, I saw the water. It felt like emotional healing, but it also felt like sitting in meditation. Allowing yourself to think, and the room to breathe, and the space to clear your head, and also the changing of the tides, like tides roll in and out. And so change is coming. Meditate and breathe your way through it. There's some kind of healing process to it. It felt really good. It felt beautiful. The sun was shining. It was nice. So let's just see what Spirit wants to talk about. In the meantime, while Spirit's getting ready, it's beautiful. I want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. Every time you guys give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate it, because it tells me that you appreciate my time and my energy. And so if you could take a moment to do that right now, that'd be awesome. And look, what Spirit wants to talk about, the lovely Two of Cups energy. And notice the border's blue, and they're sitting on the water. It's gorgeous. All right, so, because last week was busy, right? So this week coming up a little bit better, a little bit more time to think, a little bit more time to breathe, a little bit more time to get into this beautiful Two of Cups energy. So Two of Cups energy is about a soulmate. And soulmates are not necessarily, this whole twin flame thing that people talk about, and one day I will talk about the twin flame too. But in the meantime, this is more like there is somebody out there who you have an emotional connection to. That's a soulmate. Sometimes you're working through good things, and sometimes you're working through bad things. But when I say the Two of Cups, this is the emotionally fulfilling good things kind of soulmate kind of energy. So there's somebody out there who you're going to be in contact with this week of some sort, who is very emotionally beneficial to you, that makes you feel good about you. So we come through this new moon, and this new moon was in Taurus, and for you that was in your 11th house of public persona, right? Of groups and group activities, and how you're viewed by groups, and where do you want to plant your seeds of intention that have to do with your sense of self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, material or financial goods in the very public arena of your life, either with groups or with communication, like how you talk to people, or what you're bringing in that requires a multitude of people, not just one or two. And I think that on Sunday, you're going to spend some time just kind of looking through the keyhole at the future ahead, and realizing there's a vista out there that you want to explore, and getting prepared to head in that direction. And so this is really nice. And so on Sunday night at 11:40 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States, so basically Monday, the moon moves into Gemini, and it's there all day Monday and Tuesday. And Gemini for you is your 12th house of hopes and goals and dreams and spiritual contact. And with that blue and that meditation, this might be a really good time to get in contact with Spirit, spend a little time in meditation, and you have the moon in the position of acceptance. And so in this case, I feel like it's accepting the guidance from your higher self. Like letting the divine give you the information that you need, that helps you on the next stage, so you can grow what it is that you're dreaming about, what it is you're placing your goals and your hopes and your wishes on, or grow in your spirituality or your spiritual practices. There's some kind of a growth that comes from accepting the guidance from Spirit. And so, wow, that was crazy. So yes, we have change and transition happening. So there is a change coming with the change in the tides. They go in, they go out, there's waves. And you have the Divine Mother, which is that beautiful blue light that I saw, and it's unconditional love. So this is emotional healing, and I think it's emotional healing of yourself. I don't feel, I mean, it could be emotional healing with a soulmate because we have this beautiful soulmate energy here. It could totally be that. It could be a change in a relationship with somebody that needed to be healed, somebody that is here in your world with you now that you have this kind of emotional bond with. But on Wednesday, when the moon moves into your house of you, it's in Cancer. And it's about self-love and nurturing yourself and mothering yourself and taking care of yourself. And then in understanding that the universe is just pouring all kind of nourishment down in abundance all over you. So soak it up. Love yourself unconditionally. Forgive yourself unconditionally. Change is coming. It's beautiful change. It's beautiful change, but it really starts with you loving and accepting yourself and knowing that you are loved and accepted for who you are by the divine. Anything that you've done that you feel like you shouldn't have done or wish I hadn't done, those were all lessons that you came here to learn. So don't be so hard on yourself. And we have communicate. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. So communicate to yourself by speaking kind words to yourself, but also I still go back to, I saw this emotional healing. So is there somebody in your life? Because we have two people, right? Two of Cups. Is there somebody in your life that you need to shower them with unconditional love? In order to change and transform that relationship, do you need to be speaking to them about how you feel about them? Maybe you need to nurture them. It's in your 4th house. So maybe you need to nurture them. Maybe this is your child. Maybe this is your mother. Is there somebody that you need to be speaking beautiful words of love, communicating with them, the healing, to allow healing to happen? On Friday, the moon is going to move into Leo. And Leo understands what it means to be self-possessed. And this is in your 2nd house of self-value, self-worth, self-esteem. It's also material and financial abundance. But there's a situation where you see the path forward. You're assessing where it is you want to go. And there is a discernment process that needs to happen over the weekend where you decide what you're going to keep and what you're going to release. What needs to happen, which way, what steps do we take, where do we go? Where do we go from here? I see where we are, and you'll notice she's up in a hot air balloon. You're going to need a little bit of a higher perspective to see where it is that you're going. This one's got a ladder. She's got to climb up the ladder to get to where she's going. There's steps involved. It's not going to just be one big giant leap to get there, but you also need to take a long-range view and discern what's important so that you know where to put your the amount of energy next, right? All right, let's get a little bit of guidance on that. Ooh, I'm just jumping off the table. I'm answering the call. The time is now. The time is now. This healing that has to happen, this meditative practice, this change that's coming with the tides, it has to happen. The time is now. Answer the call. If there's something that you need to say to a loved one, the time is now. Is there some way that to communicate your unconditional love for someone? The time is now. Do you need to tell yourself that you love yourself unconditionally? The time is now. Open up your heart. But I feel like this is with two people, not just yourself. A little bit more guidance on this would be amazing. See a fox spirit. Think on your feet. So, answering the call. The time is now, right? So, communicate. I kind of feel like a situation's going to crop up and you're like, oh, now's the perfect moment to say it. I don't know that this is something you're necessarily going to be able to plan ahead. But when the time comes, you're going to be able to say it. And you have, okay, wow. You have frog spirit, clear out the clutter. This is definitely about emotional healing. What do you need to release and eliminate from this relationship that's not allowing it to grow? Remember, we have the growth card back here. So it's an opportunity to change and transform a relationship that means a lot to you, as depicted by the Two of Cups. And you have Ant Spirit. Time to collaborate. So what this tells me is this isn't all on you. Twos are about being in balance. So yes, communicate what you're feeling. Communicate your unconditional love. Communicate what your hopes and desires are for this partnership, this soulmate relationship that you have. But collaboration means you deserve to also receive from this person unconditional love, effort, time, energy. They need to be willing to let go of negative feelings too. That frog is talking about releasing all your negative feelings about the situation to allow room for healing. But if only one of you is doing it, then the person that's going to heal. So if you're doing it, you're going to heal. You will. And that's good. Okay? I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. But I'm saying if the other person is not in the position yet where they feel comfortable doing that, then you just keep doing what you need to do for you, but don't be a doormat. I'm not a fan of being a doormat. You know, this is self-value, self-esteem, self-worth. That's how we roll into, you know, the weekend with that Leo moon. And, you know, answering the call. Yes, okay, I'm willing to tell you how I feel about you. I'm willing to release the negative energy. But I expect the same in return. I can't do all the work in a partnership because then it's not a partnership, is it? That's not a partnership. I don't know what that is. I could tell you what I think it is, but I don't know how to say it in a way that's not completely rude. So you come up with your own term. And your color card for the week is Plum. Overcome your obstacles. Overcome your obstacles. Oh, it's this challenge. Same thing. So answering that call. So maybe it's really hard for you to admit you were wrong, that you made a mistake, or just to put yourself out there because maybe this person has hurt you a lot. But answer the call. The time is now. Just pour unconditional love over the whole situation. Ask the divine to help. This change and transformation can really happen. It can really change your relationship. But this unconditional love, it's for you too. It's for you too. So love yourself unconditionally. Don't be a doormat. But also, don't be afraid to be honest. And don't be afraid to open up your heart and say you're sorry. You can do this. It looks beautiful. It looks healing. It looks wonderful. Spend some time in meditation. I feel like the opportunity will organically happen. I don't feel like you need to schedule it. I think it'll just happen. Right? Think on your feet. So think on your feet. Or since you know it's coming because you've watched this, do a little role playing in your head, like about what it is you want to say. When the time comes, then you'll like already kind of know. And you'll be ready. Okay? All right, well, I will see you back here for the weeklies, and I'm doing something that I'll roll out next Tuesday. I don't know what. So be looking for it. It'll be a surprise to all of us. All right, you take care. Bye.